every time we think that this bull market can get more crazy, then something like this happens. Like, what the hell? The opinions are very divided from what I see, though. Some people say this is great for the market and altcoins are gonna rip, and other people say like, this is not so good, and you're gonna get dumped on, and it's all canceled. I just want to take a look like what could this mean for crypto, right? Trump releasing an altcoin, and not just an altcoin. I mean, this altcoin right now is ranked number 16 and it has $26 billion of 24 hours volume, almost half of what Bitcoin has. That's sick. That's insane. That's like crazy, almost as much as Ethereum. So let's talk about this and let's see like, hey, what could this mean? What could this mean for the meme coin space? What could this mean for Solana, for crypto in general? What would it mean for your bag? So welcome to the Fomo Factory. Like the video. If you like the video, I'm still like, whoa, it happened like 2 days ago, basically, 1.5, but I'm still like, whoa. So yeah, let's get right into it. So Trump, he just tweeted like, here's my new meme coin. And a lot of people thought it was fake. Of course, you saw a lot of videos, tweets about this. Turned out not to be fake. And now this thing has been ripping with a market cap of $14 billion, $70 billion, fully diluted market cap. And you might wonder like, hey, is this an insane bubble? How high can this go? Now, I have no clue. I bought this at $11 and I've been selling my position slowly. So made some profit on it. But I would not be surprised if this is going to be a top 5 cryptocurrency. Very simple. This is being like, it's Trump. Fucking hell. Like, let's be honest. If Trump cannot create an altcoin that has more success than most of the altcoins, then what the hell, right? And so far it is like it has been outperforming literally almost everything out there. Now, in the Fomo Factory Telegram, the group for us, there's a link down below for free if you want to join. I even there now see a lot of people being quite bearish on the altcoin market. And maybe it doesn't have something directly to do with this Trump release, but a lot of people are now like, Bitcoin moves, Trump releases an altcoin, it moves. My altcoins are not moving. So what the hell? What's wrong with this cycle, right? Now, I want to show you a couple things. The things that we should take into consideration, but also the things that we should especially not should take into consideration. Because again, it's easy to get dragged up in the fact like, oh yeah, no, this time is going to be different and this and that. Well, in reality, so far it isn't really. And I just want to take a look like, hey, how bad is this for crypto? Now, if you ask me, is Trump releasing a meme coin good or bad? I don't know. I don't know what this is going to mean over the long run. Overall, I mean, dude, if somebody would have said years ago, like someday there will be a United States president that will launch an altcoin, people will be like, fuck off. Crypto is never going to be that big, right? So in my opinion, it's like, hey, are we not going to have an insane alt run? The freaking president of the United States just launched an altcoin. If even he is doing that, like, then how can we possibly still deny that this cycle is not for altcoins, right? Like crazy. If the president is releasing an altcoin, here we go. Like, you cannot say that altcoins are not like doing well this cycle. Otherwise, a freaking president wouldn't even be behind something like this, right? That's insane. Now, what we see in the market at the moment is, first of all, Bitcoin not really giving a crap, actually. I mean, Bitcoin is just like almost making new all-time highs, like it kind of always does this cycle. So let's forget about the news for a while, right? Because believe me, in this cycle here, we had news, right? In this bear market, we had news. And in this bull market, we had news like we have over here. And of course, the news getting bigger and bigger and bigger as crypto is getting more adoption, mass adoption. It's getting more mainstream. Hey, at the end of the day, isn't that what we all want? We want the price to go up, right? Well, even presidents are now involved. And not even involved, like I said, they're even launching shit. So at the end of the day, I'm not really mad at this. And I know I saw some comments like, yeah, well, they hold 80% of the supply. Yeah, but if it's a meme coin from wherever else, then that should be concerning because all these meme coins are fucking trash and these people are into, well, most of them, right? And these people are into rug you, right? But this, you know who it's coming from. Like, it's unlikely that the president is gonna rug you. I mean, let's be a little realistic right here, right? And in the meantime, this thing has been mooning so hard that everybody that watched this coin came out can now look at this coin and it's higher, right? So if anything, if you want to play this game, fine, take your initial back. You now should have a free back, right? If you're now buying the exact top on the $70 at the moment of recording, you could do it. I mean, so far every top went higher, but at a certain point there will be a top, right? And if it goes down because you're getting rocked, which I think is unlikely, then still, but does it really matter because you should have already sold your position, right? Like this is just another meme coin. It's just another altcoin. If it came from the president or whoever, it's still crypto. It's risky freaking shit, right? Plus, this is purely hype and a lot of hype, but hype passes eventually. Yeah, this thing has a legendary pump. It will be a legendary dump as well, but there won't be any rug pull in my opinion. But anyway, Bitcoin is at $104,000. If we look back at January 2021, right, like kind of this stage of the cycle, Bitcoin was sitting at the 19th of January. Bitcoin was sitting at $35,000, right? And it came from 20K. That was the all-time high before that, right? If I zoom in a little bit better, you can actually see it. So what Bitcoin did from the all-time high until this point, last cycle, right? Bitcoin gained with 78% from its previous all-time high. If you look what Bitcoin is doing now from the previous all-time high, it is sitting up 52%, right? So that's a minor difference, right? So if anything, then I'm looking at Bitcoin right now and I'd be like, okay, despite all the news, bearish, bullish, neutral, Bitcoin is not doing anything else in the last cycle. So that's already a good thing, right? Bitcoin is just doing what it's supposed to do, and that's just going up over the long run. And it will keep on doing that eventually. So, and I can tell you that if you now don't like altcoins, I would say wait for the end of the year to make your final conclusion if this altcoin run was or wasn't for you. But next year, bro, it can't hurt to just be in Bitcoin, right? And I think a lot of people are coming to that realization now, right? Now, the market it's asking for patience. And unfortunately, people in crypto, we don't have that, right? So people, they now feel like, Bitcoin is doing well, even a meme coin from the president is doing well, but my altcoins are not. Like, okay, but you are in altcoins because you expect a lot of upside, right? That's why you chose altcoins over Bitcoin, I assume. So be prepared to handle the downside or the boringness as well. You cannot have like upside and don't expect anything else, right? So it's always a good reason to be in Bitcoin. I don't know, like next cycle, Bitcoin will be more diminishing. But people keep saying that, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. And now even with half a bull run, Bitcoin is already up almost 7x, right? Like that's not a bad return for 2 years' time. You can say whatever you want, but it's not bad. Like try to do that somewhere else. Most places, you won't have these returns on such a relative safe asset. And Bitcoin is getting more and more safe. Therefore, the returns are going to be less. So, but that's Bitcoin. Then we have the altcoin market. And the total three, look, let's start with the total crypto market. The total crypto market, so it's not just Bitcoin, right, which is going up. The total crypto market is also above the previous all-time high. Matter of fact, went above it, retested it, somewhat of a double bottom, and is now. Look, guys, you can say whatever you want. I feel the bearish sentiment around me for some reason, but Bitcoin makes all-time highs. The total crypto market is above its all-time high, and this pattern is bullish as fuck, right? And then we have the total three, so everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you can say like, oh yeah, Bitcoin is making all those gains. If you look at the total three, it's almost sitting at an all-time high. Like there's not much difference right there, actually. So even when it comes to altcoins, it is looking good. And if you are more of a degen, like me, not too much, but little, right? And you look at altcoins outside of the top 10 in the top 125, then it's looking like this. And forgive me for all the drawings and everything. But then again, like the altcoin market is sitting like, it just has to go up with around 43% to get to the all-time high, right? 43%. Like, that's not that bad. If we look back in January last cycle, that's somewhere here or so. If you then had to go to the all-time high, it's kind of the same, right? So the overall altcoin market is also doing what it usually does. So far, that's not different. So you have to wonder, like, if you really and sincerely feel like, hey, this altcoin run isn't for me, then look at your bag. Like, it shows altcoins are doing well, right? They are like almost at the high and nowhere near the bottom, and at the same place as the last cycle. So if you're not making money right now, consider getting into other altcoins maybe. Or you bought the top. I hope not, right? But then it's just a matter of then just wait, right? Like, we will break this top. But so far, not much difference right here, right? Now, we had Trump launching his coin, and let's get back to this thing and see when it exactly released. Was, let me check on the hour. Sorry for the boringness. Yeah, yesterday, the 18th, 3 at night, right? So if we look at that, then you can see that the total crypto market, it didn't really like, there was here, here, give or take, right? The total crypto market did not really like, it went up, it went down again. So it doesn't really have an impact on the total crypto market so far, right? Like, nothing at all, actually. So where is all the money coming from that's now going into the Trump coin? And that's what's getting a lot of people upset right now. Well, yeah, I mean, if you look at the lower cap altcoins, the 18th 3 at night, I was kind of over here. Yeah, you know, the total altcoin market went down so far with 4%. Right, and that's not weird. I mean, this is 300. It went from 360 billion to 340, so that's minus 17 billion dollars. Right now, again, if we look at this coin, it has $14 billion market cap. So it's more of a rotation. People they see this coin coming up and they be like, oh, let me sell my not really moving altcoins for this. But if the money came from these altcoins in the first place, then at a certain point, people will take profit on this and put it back into the altcoin market, right? That's why they had their money in the first place, right? These are these really short-term things that I notice can get a lot of people really upset. Like, oh, altcoins are like terrible, crashing, going down, plummeting, garbage. I really see these terms. But then I look at the altcoin market once again, and I'll be like, where the like, bro, you sure crypto is for you? Like, I don't want to be a dick, but if you are in altcoins and you can't handle this, these should not be in alts. Okay. Now, I don't want to. I got a comment once and somebody said, like, it feels like you're always trying to convince certain people. And that's kind of what I'm doing, like, admittedly, definitely. Because it's just a waste if we have a good alt season and some people from this community stop believing before that happens, right? Because there are a lot of people that are gonna get dragged this cycle, and I just don't want to happen to us, right? Let it happen to other people. I don't give a shit. So let's not stop believing. So yeah, with the Trump meme coin, I feel like, hey, if anything, it brings maybe eventually more mainstream adoption and attention from the normies to crypto. And within crypto itself, it's all a matter of rotation. I think in the long run, this is going to be a great coin. I mean, look who's behind it, right? Over the short term, yeah, I cannot say hard enough with all fucking capital letters that I can imagine, like how extremely freaking overhyped this coin is right now, right? Then again, like, oh yeah, I mean, it's overhyped, definitely. I mean, therefore I bought it at $11. Like I was thinking, like, hey, there's a high market cap, but it's freaking Trump behind it. This can go to way higher, right? And now it is high, and it can go even higher than, way higher than this. But at a certain point, I feel like the hype takes off, the news settles, and people will look back at the regular altcoin market and I want to make money on that again. Right? People jump from hype to hype to hype, whatever the narrative is. So did Trump just kill alt season, bull market, whatever you want to call it, or did he just started it? In my opinion, it doesn't have it doesn't matter really. Look, in the middle of it, again, like I said, there's always a piece of news that makes you think like, oh, this is going to change everything, right? And although in the long term things are or not helpful, I don't think that the existence of one single coin can cancel or start a complete cycle. Crypto is bigger than that, right? The message that's being sent is surely having an impact. But the only message that's being sent right now actually is, hey, the United States president supports altcoins. What the fuck are we complaining about now, right? So yeah, no, I think this is actually pretty good. Also, I see some people say like, "Hey, it's gonna be a meme only run," or it is a meme only run. Also, it's not true. Like there are always narratives that outperform. Like in 2021, we had DeFi. Like that was crazy, but it wasn't the only thing that was running, right? We at a certain point had NFTs was the most crazy thing, but it wasn't the only thing that was running. Now memes and AI agents are the biggest thing, but it won't be the only thing running, right? And with every narrative, you can either choose to go hard on it and take a lot of risk and potentially make a lot of money, or you just look at the cycle and be like, you know what, I'm gonna spread my eggs, right? Because eventually the cycle runs and your odds will be going up anyway if you buy somewhat decent altcoins. So no, I mean, look, it's not gonna be a this only run, a that only run, right? And the examples are already there. Look at OXO, OXO mooning, while OXO is AI, right? We had Super mooning when this was gaming, right? The thing that people said were that Altura, which is more about NFTs, completely mooning, right? Prime AI / gaming completely mooning. Like there are all kind of narratives that will run. And Tau, for yeah, I can keep on giving examples, but Tau was one of the heavy outperformers as well. This chart doesn't take it all the way back. So no, I think that it's not going to be a this only run, a that only run. Again, what we need is the rotation of capital. Now, the message that's being sent right here is good for a certain altcoin, and that's Solana, right? I mean, it's also a good. It's also good for people that want to buy Ethereum. Why? in my opinion, right? I could be wrong about everything, but my theory is this. People, they look at Trump launching a coin on Solana and say, wow, you see, he picked Solana over this and that and Ethereum. And Solana's going to rip and fuck Ethereum, it's dead. Like they cannot both go up, right? We always have multiple coins in every single kind of narrative. It's the same as saying like, hey, the Trump coin is now here, so SHIB is gonna die, Doge is gonna die, or like there can be more meme coins, there can be more layer ones. But it's funny that a lot of people, however, still think now that Ethereum is dead. And Ethereum on its Bitcoin pair has been falling for a long time. However, don't forget, Ethereum has ETFs. Ethereum is the biggest altcoin out there, and Trump is coming for it. But Ethereum is the biggest altcoin out there. The real money is on Ethereum. The biggest projects and the best projects are being built on Ethereum. Like, everything is screaming how much alive it is and how good it works, except the price. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the literal definition of a discount. Right? If you would ask me like, hey, are you going to buy Ethereum rather than Solana? Then that's hard, right? Because I don't know why this chart is being like the way it is. Like Solana has been outperforming Ethereum really hard. But at a certain point, I feel like this is going to cool off and Ethereum is going to catch up. Because the tech is better? Fuck no. Like, no, Solana is better in every single way, in my opinion. And that's simply what it is. I think most people agree on that. But Ethereum is still the blue chip. And like I said, it has all the money on it, the biggest developers and everything. So this also gives a chance for people to buy something where the money is probably going to flow next while it's not there yet. These are the times when you want to buy something, right? You don't want to like convert all your Ethereum to Solana right now. Although it can go up more, technically wise, that's the most idiotic move that you can make, right? Unless it is already proven that Ethereum is dead, which is not, right? So, again, did Trump started or ended something? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. If you, again, one of the charts that I love to look at is others Bitcoin. This is basically showing Altseason or not, right? And if we look at this chart, then yeah, this is not doing anything else than what it usually does, right? At the beginning of the post-halving year, it's always sitting at this trend line before we went into Altseason. Look, if it's now eventually in this cycle, September, and we are still like here or below it, then we can say like, oh, it's different. But at this point itself, it's the best bet you can take, right? That it can go up. Because that's what history shows. And I'll go away. So let's not try to outsmart the market. I think, again, if anything, Trump releasing this coin is really good for the market. It brings eyes to crypto. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he will make a strategic Trump reserve. That would be terrible. But hey, who knows, right? I don't know why he created the coin. I have no idea. Maybe to test his influence. I won't know. Right? But all I know, this is pretty good for the market, and altcoins are actually doing well. Right. And again, altcoins doing well against Bitcoin. No, they are not. But please, guys, I see it so much around me, and I just want to prevent you from doing that. Like, that's not different than last cycle. It's not different than the cycle before that. Right. So a lot of people, and that's what we had right there as well. A lot of people here said, never mind, sell, right? Like, and that's exactly the moment where we have to do the other way around. And I see it all around me. People are falling for it. And there's always a chance that these people are right, but there's not a big chance in my opinion. And you're selling the bottom. You are basically selling the bottom. So, nah, this run is going to be great. I really think that we're going to see a way over 200K Bitcoin this year. And maybe I'll be completely wrong about that. But I don't know. I think this year is going to be a lot better than most of us expect. And that money eventually flows into altcoins, right? Let's say that Trump is going to be, I don't know, somewhere close to this. Yeah, if we now sit at a 250K Bitcoin and people feel like, oh yeah, I want to flow it into lower caps because I want to make more money. They're not going to flow it into the top 5. Like, where's the upside there, really, right? Eventually, they will go lower down the list. And that's the domino effect that we have been seeing every single cycle. So I want to wrap it up right here. Nothing changed for me. Only the fact that crypto is getting the highest level of mass adoption that we could have think of. And there's a counter argument. People say, by the way, like, wow, these are top signals, right? And stuff like this are indeed top signals. Like topper signals, then this is what you won't get. But in my opinion, from the 2 last bull markets, top signals occur in many different ways, all together with extreme euphoria. Now there's here and there a big signal, right? Which could be seen as a top signal, but not all at once. And there's no freaking euphoria in the market. Like, again, Bitcoin is at 100K, Bitcoin making new all-time highs. The president of the United States is releasing an altcoin and the sentiment is bearish. This market is crazy, right? So no, we are nowhere near the top yet. So let me know what you think about this. I know I'm saying a lot of things lately that people don't agree on, but yeah, it doesn't make me popular, I know. But I cannot be bearish at the bottom for views. I refuse. So either I'm going to be dead wrong, or I'm going to be very right and make a lot of fucking money, right, together with you guys. So we'll find out soon enough, probably. So like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. I'll see you guys very soon.